I don't feel safe in my hands. Took so many years, I'm just waiting for the wins. I'm in debt to no one but the one who took my sins. I do it for real, there's no reason to pretend. If I do it once, I do it again. Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Add it up. Told her if it's all me, everything is on me. Gon' back it up. Matter what? Told you I'ma do me. Why you hating on me? It's not adding up. I do roll like a Mack truck. Country heart, I might cop a farm and go act up. Lot of scars, I was cold-hearted, now I'm back up. Keep it real, I do this once a month, I don't rap much. I just take the money and go stack up. Only buying Carhartt, car cards to get tatted up. All that other bull, it don't matter much. You only climb me, I put the ladders up. No fault, I done doubled up on the workload. I think I fell in love with the bankroll. Pray up, get money, then we lay low. Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, go hard, or go home. 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 Touchdown like the end zone. When the circle turn to my home, can't get me out of my zone. Go hard, or go home. Go hard, or go home. Yeah, these championship rings on my hands now. In my head I'm top 10, yeah, that's hands down. You a squad, now you're looking man down. Funny how foes turn to friends now. Drive a race car like a Atari now. Call filling up, I need product again. Treat the business like a playground, might slide on you. Do me wrong, might slide on you. Do a backflip, cause I'm mad rich. I'm the definition of what that is. Go hard, or go home. 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 Touchdown like the end zone. When the circle turn to my home, can't get me out of my zone. Go hard, or go home. Go hard, or go home. I'm a warrior, I go back to back, then go back to back. If I top the top, then a double back, and I'm topping that. Yeah, I beat my own records. Yeah, I gotta get money fetish. Same team, I don't set trip. Never dull, this electric. Went and put the Ricks on my toes. Me and bro, that's the give and go. Stay 100, end zone. Keep them coming. I know. I won't flood my wrist, no, I'm not dumb like that. No. I just wanna give my mama 100 racks. Go hard, or go home. 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 Touchdown like the end zone. When the circle turn to my home, can't get me out of my zone. Go hard, or go home. Go hard, or go home. I'm a warrior, I go back to back, then go back to back.
What up? Welcome back. Man, you can't hear me?
I can hear you.
I can hear you, brother. I can hear you.
You can hear me?
Yeah.
Let me jump out. Hold on, man. Hold on. Give me 1 second.
All right. Welcome to the show. Okay, go ahead. All right. Episode 16, having technical difficulties today. Appreciate you coming on the show. Episode 16. Hopefully, Canteen can come back on the show. And we welcome you to the show. Let's see if we can come on and hear me. Good?
All right, bro. All right, man. All these technical difficulties tonight, bro. Yeah.
Hey, it's crazy. It's the little gremlins, man, coming in everywhere. Coming in on a special Monday. We both had a lot of stuff going on this weekend.
Yes, sir.
So it's been a tough week. but
Oh man.
you gotta go hard or go home, baby.
Go hard or go home, man.
Yeah, it's time. All
Make
right,
up
all
your
right.
mind. Make up your
All right,
mind.
make up your mind. Let's go. All right, Canteen.
All right, bro.
Hey, tough week, long week for both of us. I had a baby shower for my daughter. My oldest is having a baby next month or possibly in July, and that shout out to her and everything. So we went to that this weekend. You had a strong bond this weekend, so we had a lot of stuff going on.
Man, we had a strong bond.
Making it happen.
Out of 15 years in the
For
Army.
those who don't know who Strong Bonds, it's just a couple, like a couples retreat kind of thing.
Bro, this is the best Strong Bonds I've ever done. The best venue I've ever been to in my life.
Oh, yeah? Best venue?
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Lake Placid, they had all the food provided.
Okay.
Snacks, drinks.
Right.
If you ever look at the show The Biggest Loser, that's where they host The Biggest Loser up here in New York.
Oh, yeah? Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
man,
Okay. That's where they
crazy.
hosted.
They hosted at this secluded little conference
Right.
center. It was good, though, bro.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, welcome to the Bottom Line, episode 16. We're here just making it happen. Here we go. We'll do that right there. All right. All right, so here we go. We have 490. I think I said we have 491, but someone must have dropped out. I guess.
Oh, now,
Hey, we have 490.
500.
We got 10 to go.
By Monday.
We're looking for 10.
For Monday.
10 more to join the Facebook group to get us up to 500. That's what we're looking for. So share this, all that good stuff. Like it, share it, do all that good stuff. Make some comments on there. Answer some of the questions that we're talking about. We appreciate everybody who's a member. We'll start working that YouTube pretty soon. Trying to make that bump up pretty soon. As soon as we get to 500 on Facebook, we'll start working that YouTube a little more. We're on YouTube now, but I mean, I just haven't been working it as much. And so we welcome to the show, episode 16. Hey, we got a quick trivia question, NFL trivia. We'll put it out there, and then we'll let you think about it, and then we'll come back to it. But which NFC team has the most wins over the last 30 years? It's a multiple choice. So is it the 49ers, the Saints, the Cowboys, or the Packers? So which NFC only, not the whole NFL, NFC team has the most wins over the last 30 seasons? The 49ers, the Saints, the Cowboys, or the Packers? So, all right. So let us know what you think. Who you think that is? Who you think has the most wins over the last 30 years in the NFC? All right, so speaking of the NFC, Aaron Rodgers, NFL's coming around soon. We just had the draft. We're going into the first kind of, what was it, OTAs? They were like optional practices.
OTAs for a lot of teams
Optional.
started to sometime this week. I know.
Right. Some
I know
optional stuff.
I know. I got to say the Patriots do a little bit of
I think
that.
they're reporting
stuff too,
July,
man.
right? NFL reports in July.
July, yeah. So
something
they're
like
doing
that.
like the mini camps and stuff at this point right now. Yeah.
I think these are optional, but I think they call them OTAs or whatever. but-
OTA optional.
Yeah. So anyway, Aaron Rodgers, man, is his window already closed? Is his window already? I mean, he was the MVP last couple of years. He was the number one seed last couple of years. He may have been I don't know about the year before, but last year he was the number one seed. Both times knocked out. It's been I don't know 10 years since he's been in the Super Bowl.
Since he went to the Super Bowl, yeah.
It's been a while. He just lost Devontae Adams. He doesn't really have a number one receiver right now. I mean, I know they drafted one in the first round or second round, but
You got Randall Cobb.
that guy's not gonna be ready to come on and just take over right away. I mean, so is Aaron Rodgers' window closed? Because if he's got to rebuild a little bit this year, he's gonna be a year older next year. He'll be getting close to 37, 38.
He's
what do you
he's knocking about. He'll be 39. Actually, 39 this year.
This year he'll turn
He'll be
39
this year. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, you
So-
saw what happened to Drew Brees when he turned 30.
He folded like
He
a
fell
card,
apart,
there, bro.
He fell apart. The only guy hadn't fallen apart yet is Tom Brady. He's still
Brady,
running
man.
pretty good.
So
But yeah,
so
most
Ro-
quarterbacks hit the high upper 30s, early 40s. Man, they start to fall
Right.
apart. Peyton Manning,
So-
same thing.
Yeah.
Brett Favre was up there. He was pretty good around 40, and then it went down.
Started folding, man. So
yeah. So what do you think? Is Aaron Rodgers?
man, so when I look at Green Bay across the board, man, the only true weapons they got right now is Randall Cobb,
right,
at receiver, Alan Lazard at receiver, and then they got Kylan Hill as their running back.
mm-hmm.
Man, Aaron Rodgers is getting up in age. He'll be 39 December.
I'm saying.
Man, their schedule is really, really strenuous. You know, they got a
Right.
very strenuous schedule.
Right.
I think this might be it for Rodgers, man. To be honest with you, man.
I mean, his window closed. It's closed.
I mean, there
he'll
ain't-
never see a Super Bowl. He'll never see a Super Bowl again.
Bro, there ain't much more he can do. I mean, he got a few weapons, man. But when you look at him, when you look at that team across the board, all right. So let's
Right.
look at who they open up against, man. To be honest with you, those guys they open up against Minnesota.
Right.
Then they got Chicago. Then they got Tampa. Then they got New England. They first 4 games out the gate gonna be rough, man.
Right.
And they play Chicago on Sunday Night Football at Lambeau. So I think they got.
Yeah,
a
I mean
chance to make
Chicago. I'm not too scared about Chicago, but I know what you're saying.
They can make the
Yeah.
playoffs, bro. And then October 30th they play the Bills on Sunday Night Football at Highmark. That's a
Right.
loss, man.
Right.
It's a loss. So when I look at the Green Bay Packers team, I think
I mean,
have
they
a
got
pretty
this,
decent team.
According to most, they got the seventh easiest schedule, so they don't have a super difficult schedule, according to most
I
experts.
mean,
So-
across the board, they got a pretty decent schedule, man. But my whole thing is this, man. They played you guys played them up there at Lambeau.
right.
I think Green Bay could probably finish at 10-7.
I mean, the whole thing
Maybe.
is the window closed for him, man. You know what I'm saying?
Aaron Rodgers
That's the
done,
whole
bro.
thing. He's
He
done.
Toast.
Yeah, let us know what you think.
TOST toast.
TOST toast.
Toast.
Yeah,
bro.
is this window closed? I feel like this might be his last chance. If his
His
window's
last
not
chance to
closed,
run.
this year is his last year to really make a run. So I feel like if it's not closed, it's partially closed. At the very least, it's partially closed. And
So Flo, what
this
you
may
got to
be-
look
this
at?
is it. This is it for him.
Flo, what you got to look
Yeah.
at, man?
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers wanted money. He wanted a bag. He wanted to secure a bag, make more money.
He
But
got
he don't
it.
have no weapons to help him win a championship, man. That's why I love
Right.
Tom Brady, because Tom Brady takes less money to bring in the weapons. That's why he keep winning, and that's why
Right.
he can play at 44 years old.
Right. Yeah. He sacrifices his salary for others. I mean, and you think about it, the last few years, he's been able to do that, but he's done that most of his career. To be honest, he's done that most of his career. So I can't say he's only done it the last few years, but the last few years, he could have tried to get more, but he's still done the same thing. He'll take less money so he can get a better team.
So he can bring in the
better
right
team around
cash, man.
himself. So maybe
His
that's the way to
offensive-
do it. I mean, he's made money other ways, so it's not like he hadn't made his money. But he in the NFL, he's always
And then
taking less.
he just signed a 10-year, $357 million deal with Fox,
Right.
bro.
Yeah, it's
The
crazy.
man is rolling in dough, bro.
Right. All right, let us know what you think. Is this the window closed officially for Aaron Rodgers? I kind of think this is his last year, and then it's going to close. The window's going to close for Aaron Rodgers this year. I mean, for me, in my opinion, if he doesn't make it this year, that's it. It's
This is it,
officially
bro.
shut. But it's some of y'all might think it's already closed. It's possible. So, all right. So one more. We might skip around since we had some technical difficulties today. We got started a little late, but what about? Let me see. We'll do the other one. The 49ers have not set on Trey Lance as a starter. It looks like they haven't really gotten rid of Jimmy G. They got a couple peeler kind of kicking the tires on Jimmy G, but they never really got rid of him. I mean, are they not sold on Trey Lance, and are they thinking of maybe starting Jimmy G next year?
All right, so
What do you think?
So you know, as I viewed before we started the show, man, I was watching. They're talking about OTA. So right now, Trey Lance is getting first string snaps at OTAs.
Okay.
Man, it's really hard to say at this point, man. I'm gonna go for what I know.
Right.
And if I'm the 49ers and I'm the 49ers franchise, I'm Kyle Shanahan. I'm gonna roll the dice and go with Garoppolo, man, to see what Garoppolo has, man. I mean, the
Just go with
49ers open up against the Bears.
Mm-hmm.
If Garoppolo can show me what he can do against the Bears, 49ers, and the Broncos 3 weeks,
Mm-hmm.
I'm rolling with him, man. And I'm gonna roll with his consistency. But I'm
'Cause, I mean,
gonna go with
He's been to a Super Bowl. He's been to an NFC Championship
he
game.
got the experience.
When he's not hurt, he's done pretty well. I mean, he doesn't. I mean, he always has. Sometimes he has a couple of questionable plays here and there, but for the most part, he gets the teams. He's been getting his teams when he's been healthy on a run. You know what I mean? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hey, I can't hear you. Oh, you jumped out. All right, so let us know what you think. I think Trey Lance. I think they may not be sold on him. Is what it, according to me. What happened?
Yeah,
Good?
my phone went out. Sorry about that, man.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I think to be honest, they're not sold on Trey Lance, even though he's gotten started. I think they're giving him a chance here in the OTAs. They might give him a chance in the, you know, in the training camp when training camp rolls around. But
They got to
I mean,
start.
is it also possible they hold on to Jimmy G as a backup for Trey Lance, even if they
Here's
start
my
him?
thing, man. Flo, I think they're gonna roll with Jimmy G out the gate, bro.
Out the gate. Okay.
Yeah, out the gate, man.
You might be right. You might be right. All right, so let's see. Let's do our division winners. Let us know what you think is who's going to start there in 49er land. What do you think? Who's going to start there? Let me share this screen. We're going to talk about we're going to pick our division winners. Let me see here. Which one do I want? It's this one. Yeah, I think it's that one. Let's see if I can pull it up. All right, here we go. All right, so here we go. We're going to do our division winners. Going to pick every division winner. Let us know what you think. Who you think is going to win the division? It's kind of our early picks. We did this last year. Me and Les did it last year. I think you came in right after that. I think we even had to do your picks. But anyway, we're going to pick our division winners. They're going to go AFC North, AFC East, AFC West, AFC South. And we're not going to get too detailed, but we're just kind of give who we think is going to win and kind of give a couple of reasons, and then we think who's going to just kind of predict who's going to win each division. All right, Canteen. AFC North, what do you think?
Whew, boy, out the gate, AFC North, man. I got to go with Cincinnati, man. I got to go with Joe Burrow.
Okay.
You got Mixon. They got a pretty solid team. I think these guys can make a run and go back to the Super Bowl again this year. So I'm going with Cincinnati. Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna say, I think Cleveland's there. I think Deshaun Watson's gonna miss some time. I don't think Pittsburgh's got a rookie quarterback. Probably they're not gonna go too far. I think it's between Baltimore and Cincinnati. I feel like this might be Deshaun Jackson's year. I don't know. I think this might be his year this year. I think he's going to win the division this year. It's going to be close. I think it's going to be between him and them and the Bengals. I think that the Bengals will have Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson's year, but I think that they're gonna make a push, and it's gonna be a horse race at the end, and Baltimore comes in and wins that. I think that Lamar Jackson's gonna have a good year. I think this is gonna be his best year so far, and he's gonna make a run for the AFC, and we'll see what happens. But I think they're gonna fall back. Cincinnati's gonna fall back a little this year, and they're not gonna win that. All right,
Cincinnati's gonna repeat, right?
No, Baltimore's going to take it.
Baltimore's going to? Okay.
Yeah, I think Baltimore's going to take it. With Cincinnati, with Pittsburgh being down, and then Cleveland also, they're not going to have Deshaun Watson for the first, probably 6 games. So
probably like 6-7 games.
Yeah, so I don't think they're going to do well. I don't think Baker's going to play for them in that backup role. Yeah. So anyway, AFC East, what do you got? You got Buffalo, Miami, the Jets, and New England. What are you looking at AFC East?
But that's a no-brainer, man. Buffalo, man. Josh Allen and company, man. Right. Now, let me be honest.
Okay.
The Buffalo Bills schedule is hard, bro.
Right.
Okay. They open up with the Rams. They got Tennessee, Miami. If you just go through their schedule, man, they got a lot of hard games. Bro, they play
middle of the pack, according to
Baltimore. Play Baltimore, Pittsburgh, then they go to Kansas City.
Right. Yeah, they said that. People say.
And then they got Green Bay coming into town. They got a hard schedule, man.
Right.
But as far as division games, I mean, looking at the division across the board, they'll win the division again easily.
Okay.
Hands down.
You think they'll win the division?
Yeah.
Yeah, let us know what you think. I didn't ask you on the last one, but let us know who you think is going to win the AFC North. We already picked. I picked Baltimore and Canteen picked Cincinnati. And then you're saying AFC, they have a tough schedule. You say the Buffalo Bills are still going to win that division.
Bills gonna win it blindfolded, bro. Blindfolded.
Okay, blindfolded. Oh.
Easy.
Okay. I think I don't know, man. I feel like the Bills aren't going to run away with it, but I feel they're going to get challenged a little bit by
New
New
England,
England,
Mac
a little
Jones.
bit by. I think even Miami might challenge them. They got Tyreek over there. They got quite a pretty good arsenal over there in Miami. I think it just all depends on what Tua can do and what he can do with all those weapons that he's got, and if he can actually take a couple steps forward. He was kind of injured last year, and so I mean, we really hadn't got to see him in full strength. I mean, he's kind of a dink and dunk guy. He can't really throw it down the field, but he can. I think he can be. There's a lot of quarterbacks that didn't have a super strong arm. You got Joe Montana, people like that. I mean, I'm not saying he's Joe Montana, but people who don't have strong arms can succeed in this league. So I think Miami and England will make a push, but yeah, I agree. I think Buffalo will take that division eventually. Yeah. All right, AFC West. This is probably the toughest division in football. Denver,
Man.
Kansas City, LA Chargers, and the Las Vegas Raiders. I mean, LA, I still got to get used to LA Chargers, but I really Las Vegas Raiders still. Okay. But anyway, yeah. So let's see. What do you think there? Who's going to win the AFC West? That's going to be a tough division. It's going to be a shootout. It's going to be tight. They have a chance to make. I think they have a chance to make three of those teams to make the playoffs. But
Man, Flo,
4 would be tough. But
man,
what do you think?
This division is so tight, man. Probably one of the best divisions in the NFL at this point, man, because you got so many perennial powerhouses.
Right.
Man, I'm gonna go against my gut, and I really don't want to say this.
Okay.
I think Russell Wilson gonna come in there and shoot the house up. I'm going with Denver. Going with Denver. I'm gonna go with Denver, man. I like Denver.
Be happy.
And now listen now.
Yeah.
Denver, I'm gonna give you 4 weeks of Denver, man. They open up against Seattle. They're gonna beat Seattle at Seattle. They're gonna beat the Texans, 49ers. They're gonna run into trouble when they play the Colts. No. They got Seattle, Houston, 49ers, and the Raiders.
Okay.
Then they got the Colts. They got a tough schedule, but man, I'm gonna go with Russell Wilson, man. I think Russ gonna shake up the division this year, man.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so Denver, you're going with Denver. Wow.
Denver, man.
Jake really gonna love that, man.
I think Denver gonna have a good season this year, man.
Or we might just give you the jinx of a canteen. Canteen jinx.
But the problem for that
Jake's gonna love that. Shout out to Jake. He's gonna love you pick Denver.
So hey, bro, the problem that they're gonna face is they're gonna beat each other up so bad in the division.
Yeah, that's gonna be tough. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, Kansas City Chargers, Kansas City,
to be honest,
Raiders.
It's gonna be up for grabs. I mean, if you look at the strength of schedule, Kansas City and the Raiders had the 6th and 7th strongest schedule.
Yeah.
The Chargers are right behind at 10th, and Denver is pretty much the weakest in the division as far as strength of schedule. They're number 15th. They're middle of the pack, so they got a leg up a little bit on the schedule. I feel like, man, I think Raiders might be the odd man out on that one. I think it's going to be a close game. I think the winner of that division may only have 11 wins, to be honest.
It's going to be tight, bro, because
I think they're going to split all their games. All their games are going to be split. Las Vegas.
Because you got to look at, you got Kansas City.
Crazy. I mean, if they split all their games, you're talking about that's 3 losses automatically, right?
That's
and
what I'm
then
telling you.
Someone may lose too, and then the KC and the Raiders, the Chiefs and the Raiders have the toughest schedule in that division. Chargers are right behind at 10. So, you know what? I'm going to go out a little bit of a limb. I'm going to say the Chargers win that division. I think because their schedule is at 10, KC's at 6, and Raiders are at 7. I mean, Raiders are kind of stacked. They got Devontae Adams now. They got a loaded offense. I just feel like that.
I don't know what their defense looking like, bro.
Yeah, I feel like that strength of schedule is going to beat them up a little. And same thing with KC. They got the 6th hardest schedule. So I think KC and the Raiders will struggle a little bit. I think the Chargers are going to take advantage of the slightly easier strength of schedule. They got the only problem is if they start out with Raiders and KC the first 2 games. So if they lose both those games, the Chargers might be done. But I feel like they're going to, if they win one of those games or if both of those games.
They got split.
But even if they say they the Raiders and they lose at KC, I mean they're still 1-1. I think that's probably what's going to happen. And then they got Jacksonville, Houston. Those are winnable games. Cleveland will probably be a winnable game. They probably won't have Watson yet. Then they play Denver in LA, so they could go. I could see them going 5 or 6-1 and going into their bye on week 8 because they got Seattle right before the bye. And Seattle, they ain't any good. So anyway, I'm gonna say the LA Chargers are gonna win that division. So you know who's gonna like that? Our Chargers fan, Drew's gonna like that. Yeah, so I'm gonna pick the Chargers. I hope the Chiefs win, but I'm picking the Chargers. But I hope that I'll be rooting for the Chiefs to win. All right, AFC South, Houston, Colts, Indianapolis Colts, Jacksonville, and Tennessee. The Colts got your old quarterback Ryan, and so what are you thinking? I know I'm gonna say pretty much Houston is out, but in Jacksonville, it's gonna be between Indianapolis and Tennessee. That's my opinion. What are you thinking, Kansas?
Man, that's Colts a no-brainer, man. Like I told you earlier, man. I think Matt Ryan's gonna go to that place. He's gonna thrive. He's gonna prove a point. That it wasn't just his issue in Atlanta, man. It was offensive line and other different problems that kept building on top of one another. I think he's going to have a stellar, phenomenal season. I think the Colts have the right receivers, right running back. They got the right defense. Matt Ryan is going to open it up and do some great things. I like the Colts in that division, bro.
You like the Colts? Okay. Yeah, I mean, according to the strength of schedules that come out, Tennessee, Jaguars, and the Colts have 25th, 26th, and 27th weakest schedules. So they're there at the bottom as far as strength of schedule. Actually, the Houston Texans have a stronger than all of them. So Houston's going to struggle. I think they'll be better this year. I think they'll be stabilized. They know who their quarterback. They don't have Deshaun Watson, hanging over them.
Tyrod Taylor, right?
I think, or no, the other guy, Sam Mills or something like that. Mills, I think his name's Mills. He was a rookie last year. I think they liked him. I have to look and see who that is. Who is this quarterback? That quarterback, what's his name? Davis Mills, I think is his name. Davis Mills? I think that's who they're going to go with. He was a rookie last year. I think they got rid of Tyrod Taylor. Yeah. So anyway, I think it's going to be between Indianapolis and Tennessee. They both have weak schedules according to. I don't know how Tennessee got a weak schedule. They were the number 1 AFC. So I don't know how.
Number 1 AFC team in the whole division.
Yeah. So I think Tennessee is going to do well because of that schedule. Is going to help them out a little bit. I think Matt Ryan's going to do well in Indianapolis. They had a complete team. Their defense is even solid. I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to say the Colts win that division. It's going to be tight between them and Tennessee, but I think the Colts pull out that division. All right, let's look at the next AFC North. Go to the NFC North. NFC North. They got Chicago Bears, Detroit Lions, Green Bay Packers, and the Minnesota Vikings. What do you think? What do you think?
Man, if I had to shoot from the hip right now, man, I'm gonna go Green Bay, man. I mean, Green Bay should win the division. They should have a pretty strong team, but Green Bay doesn't make any noise in the playoffs, man. They could be the number 1 team in the NFC, and then when we get to the playoffs, they don't make no noise. I think they got a good chance to win the division easily, though.
Right.
But Green Bay got a pretty tough schedule too, man. I mean, hold on.
Green Bay, I think they're number 22. I think the schedule. Strength of schedule, they're number 22. Let's bring it up. We can bring it up.
I'm about to pull Green Bay schedule up now. I'm looking at it now.
Let's see.
So Green Bay, they open up against Minnesota. They got so they got 2 division games back to back.
There you go, right
Minnesota,
there.
Chicago.
That's the strength of schedule. Green Bay is like number 22 strength of schedule.
Tampa.
So they're not very. They don't have a tough schedule. So. But anyway,
they got a good chance to win the division, man. That's what I'm saying. That's what I think.
You think so?
Yeah.
So you're gonna go with Green Bay. I mean, that's kind of the logical choice at this point.
I think Green Bay will be a good front runner. If they had to be a backup to win that division, man, I'd probably go with Minnesota, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go back over here. Share this again. Okay, so I think I'm gonna agree with you. I think Green Bay's still got it. They got that division. Detroit might have got a little better. Chicago, it all depends how Fields is gonna do. Minnesota's got pretty decent offense, and the defense, Kirk Cousins has just never been able to come through in the end and really push, get them over.
Can't win the big games, man.
Right.
Right.
So I'm gonna go with Green Bay. With Minnesota giving them a push, but I'm gonna agree with you. I'm gonna go with Minnesota. All right, NFC East. What are we thinking? Dallas, Giants, Eagles, and the Commodes. Commanders. Sorry.
Man, hold on. Let me pull up something.
What do you think?
I mean, off the top, man, from what I see, I think Philly has a great chance.
Philadelphia,
they picked up some great weapons, man. They had a pretty good draft, man. I mean, you can laugh and cap if you want to. Philadelphia did a good job in the draft. I think they're really going to develop this Hurts, and I think the Eagles are going to get some teams around for their money, man. You know.
Okay. So you're going to go with the Eagles winning it?
Oh yeah, man.
What about Carson Wentz with the Commodes?
A toilet stool, toilet bowl. What?
Yeah. So you're gonna go with the Eagles in the East, huh?
Yeah, man. I think the Eagles got a good chance.
Okay.
So y'all got a great team, man. Y'all just got to be consistent, man.
We'll see. Yeah. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Yeah. So I want to go with the Cowboys. I want to be a homer, you know. But
you gotta go to the Eagles, bro.
I don't know. I know the Giants for sure. I'm pretty sure they won't win, but they'll end up winning. Watch, just because I said that they won't win. But I'm pretty sure the Giants won't win. I don't know. Philadelphia, man, they did good last year. They were second place last year. Washington lost their deep. This is the thing about Washington. They lost their
started best player
defense. A lot of people, and they lost. Chase Young on defense. He'll be back. I can't remember the other defensive player. They lost another key defensive player on defense. So I think they'll be better on defense. And I got Carson Wentz now. I think he's a decent quarterback. I think he could. I don't know. I like what's the Ron Rivera. I like Rivera, the coach. I think he's a really good coach.
Ron Rivera brings a lot to the table. He's a
so I don't like the Commodores or whatever they are, Commanders. Yeah, I don't really like them. You know why I don't like the Washington team. But I'm gonna say Washington wins that division. It's gonna be tight. It's gonna be tight. I think Philadelphia, Washington, Dallas will all be fighting for that division. I think Washington wins it, and then Dallas and Philadelphia fighting for the wild card in the second place. So I'm gonna be rooting for the Cowboys. I'm being totally, completely as objective as I can be, because I'm hoping Dallas wins that division. But right now I'm gonna say Washington wins that division this year. And you know who's gonna be happy about that? Les. Mr. Les is gonna like that. But
I don't like that.
But we'll see. I think they're gonna be better than people think. Even though they didn't do well last year, I think their defense comes back healthy. They got Carson Wentz, which is an upgraded quarterback. I think they'll make a run next year, and we'll see what happens. All right, so AFC, NFC South, Atlanta, Carolina, New Orleans, and the Tampa Bay Bucks. This is pretty obvious to me, but what do you think, Anthony?
Man, I'm going to be honest with you, man.
Okay.
If you look across the board, Tampa Bay has one of the hardest schedules there is. All right.
Tampa Bay? Yeah, they got number four.
I'm gonna give you Tampa Bay first 4 weeks real quick.
Y'all got a tough schedule too. Nice.
They go to Dallas,
right?
New Orleans, Green Bay,
okay,
Kansas City. All right, look at Falcons. What we got? Falcons, we open up against New Orleans, Los Angeles, Seattle, Cleveland.
Y'all got a tough schedule.
Man, bro, to be honest with our division,
you got a tough schedule.
It's gonna be a dog fight, man. It's gonna be a dog fight. I can't count New Orleans out. I can totally eliminate Carolina at this point.
Already?
Yeah.
Preseason, they're out.
They done, man. It's gonna be a dog fight between Atlanta, Tampa, and New Orleans. It depends on how they.
So you think you guys really got a shot?
Oh yeah, man. Not because I'm a fan, man. I'm looking at
the
way the schedule's laid out, man. If I can win week 1,
okay.
If I can win week 1, go down to Tampa and beat them, beat Carolina before Christmas.
You're being optimistic. Who's gonna win it though? You gotta give me the winner. Who's gonna win the division?
I got to lean towards Tampa, bro.
Tampa, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not
I'm gonna be
gonna
honest,
say too
man.
much. I think you're right. I think Tampa's gonna win it. I think New Orleans is gonna give them a push. I think Jameis Winston having a healthy Jameis Winston. They got a pretty good wide receiver core. They got I think they did they get Chris Olave? I'm trying to remember who they got, but they got a pretty decent receiving core now.
Yeah.
And Jameis Winston comes back. No, I just feel like they're gonna make a push. And they're gonna push the Bucks. You know, what's his name? Tom Brady has yet to beat them. So I don't know that. I think they're gonna split their games at least with with the what do you call them? They're gonna split their games with the
New Orleans Saints. Tampa gonna
yeah,
split
the
with New Orleans.
Saints. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, they may even sweep them again. I mean, but Tom, for some reason, has the New Orleans Saints defense has had trouble
It's
with
kryptonite,
beating
bro.
them, so we'll see what happens. All right, so I'm gonna go with Tampa. I'm gonna say Tampa edges out New Orleans in that division. All right, NFC West. What do we got here? Arizona,
Ooh-wee, boy.
Rams, San Francisco, and Seattle. I think
Man,
Seattle's odd man out at this point.
I mean, automatically, I'm going with the Rams, man.
Okay, you go with the Rams.
Mhm.
That's a tough division. I think that's another tough division. You got Arizona, has a decent team. The Rams, obviously, last year's Super Bowl. There's always a letdown sometimes, though. You know, coming off a Super Bowl. So we'll see what happens. I'm gonna say I'm gonna go with the Rams too. This right now, I'm gonna say the Rams win that. Let me see. Hold on. Let me make sure. I wanted to check something real fast.
Yeah.
Come on now. Come on. Here we go.
All right.
Let's see.
So you going with the Rams, right?
I think I'm gonna go. Let's see. The Rams have the hardest schedule, though. That's the only thing I'm thinking about. Who's got the next? Who is it? Arizona's got the second hardest. San Francisco got the fifth. You know what? I'm just gonna stick with the Rams there. I think the Rams will win that. It'll be tight though. I think it'll be them and Arizona. So we'll see what happens. Let us know what you
See,
think.
the Rams,
Who's
who
gonna
ran
win these divisions? Yeah,
man,
go
the
ahead.
Rams, they open up with the Bills, Falcons,
Yeah.
Cardinals. Man, ooh.
Yeah, they'll have a tough schedule. They both, Arizona and the Rams, have the tough number 1 and 2 by most people's toughest schedule. Let us know who you think is going to win all those divisions. What do you think? Who's going to win their division this year? Let us know in the comments. Share, like, do all that good stuff on here. We appreciate you. Yeah, let's move on, man. Let's move on. That's our picks for now. Let's go to the NBA. I think we're going to go straight to the playoffs. And we're going to skip. You want to, or is there one you want to hit? One of those.
I mean, you can hit whatever, man. I mean,
let's go with the Kyrie one. So we had Nike's moved off of Kyrie Irving recently. Also, the Nets GM last week talked about Sean Marks. He seemed to take a shot at Kyrie. He says that we all know what we are looking for. What we are looking for guys who want to be a part of something bigger than themselves, play team basketball, and be available. So that I think might have been a shot at Kyrie because he wasn't available. That because he even said that goes not only for Kyrie but for everyone. You know, he kind of generalized it, but Nike moved off of him. Sean Marks seems to be a little cold as far as Kyrie. Are the Nets moving off of Kyrie?
Man, to be honest, man, Kyrie hampered their success and their progress, man.
Right.
I mean, the guy didn't want to get. The biggest thing, the guy didn't want to get vaccinated, Flo.
Right. Well, that's
he only played
that was his choice.
I mean, he really. Yeah. I mean, that's his choice, but he really killed half of the team and what their success and their progress could have been.
Right.
I would not take a gamble on.
To be honest, even Kyrie talked about, he felt a little like he felt a little isolated, because he wasn't part of the team and, he wasn't there all the time. And he said it was not necessarily a mistake, but he said that I think that did hurt the team. He admitted that probably didn't help with the team, with the chemistry and everything with the team. So, I mean, he admitted that to that. I don't know if that means that he was going to get vaxxed or anything, but he did admit that it did hurt the team. The fact that he wasn't close to the team, they didn't have a good chemistry, because he wasn't there, and so he admitted to that at least. So I don't know. We'll see. I don't know where Brooklyn goes. I don't know where the Nets would go. I mean, you can't just have Kyrie. You got to get another star. I don't know who else they could bring in. You know
So
what
a
I'm
guy
saying?
like Kyrie Irving, man, he want to get no super. He want to get no super max deal and nothing like that.
Right,
No
but I
way.
mean, they could move off of him, but man, that's gonna be tough to fill his shoes. I mean, he's still a great player, even though he wasn't there this time. He's still a great player, and so I don't know what they're gonna do. I don't know how they can move off of Kyrie, to be honest. That's
Would
just
you hold
me.
on to him?
I mean, I would. I mean, he's got his little quirks about him, but I would keep him, man. I don't know what else you could do, man. I don't think you can move off of him.
That's a hard pill
Who's
to
your
swallow,
second
man.
star? Who's your second star if you get off of Kyrie, though? That's the problem.
That's all you got, man. Steph
Who'd they
Curry.
bring in? I don't know. I don't know. You got to bring in someone like, Paul George or something like that. I mean, you got to bring in a heavy hitter to come work with Durant. I mean, KD can't do it all by himself.
Right.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think they hang on to him because they don't have a choice. They don't have a choice. All right, so here we go. NBA playoffs. Yesterday, the Mavericks lost 109 to 100. Last week, or yesterday, man, they lost at home. They're down 0-3. Man, the Doncic scored 40 points. Brunson chipped in with 20. Curry had 31. Thompson had 19. Green had 10. But surprise, Andrew Wiggins chipped in with 27 points. I think that's why they won. Wiggins got 27 in that game, and that kind of put him over the top. Doncic did all he could, 40 points, 11 rebounds. He only had 3 assists, though. But he tried to do everything he could. Brunson chipped in 20, and then they even had Dinwiddie chip in 26. But I think everybody was hitting on all cylinders with the Warriors, and then Wiggins chipped in 27. That's what really killed the Mavericks. What do you think here? The Mavericks are done? Are they gonna get swept?
The man.
Are they gonna get swept or what?
I think they'll win tomorrow night.
They'll win? Okay, they're gonna win one.
They got to make it interesting.
Right. Yeah.
What's that one dude? He played 40 minutes, ain't scored no points. Reggie, his name Reggie. What the dude name?
Reggie. He didn't score no points.
He ain't scored nothing.
Bullock.
Yeah, Reggie. Yeah, he ain't scored nothing last night.
Yeah, I don't know, man. You got to get something from Reggie Bullock, man. I don't know what happened.
Man,
that's crazy.
Man, Reggie Bullock ain't scored nothing last night.
That's crazy. Yeah. I mean, he went 0 for 10 and then 0 for 7 from 3. So he didn't hit any threes. Most of his shots were 3-pointers. So
Reggie Bullock ain't scored nothing last night.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
40 minutes on the floor ain't scored not one. That's
crazy. Yeah. That's a big letdown. I mean, you got to have some. I mean, Luka's got to get some help, from these guys. I mean, he got some help from Brunson and from Dinwiddie, but I mean, somebody else had to either Bullock or Finney Smith had to come in and give him some points, and help him out. Finney Smith chipped in with 9, but I mean, I don't know. I think Bullock's got to come up big. I mean, Bullock is what does he average? He averages something
like 8 points a game.
8 to 10 points a game, postseason 10 points. He's got to get his average for them to have a chance, So
4 rebounds, 1 assist.
Yeah,
he averaged about almost 9.5 points a game, almost 10 points.
Right. Yeah, he's got to get about his 10 points or better for them to have a chance. As far as Finney Smith, what does he get? What does he average? He averaged about 10 points.
I think Tim Hardaway hurt though, ain't he?
Yeah, Tim Hardaway's out. But Finney Smith. He's got to get it. He hit about 9 points, which is about his average. But I don't know. It just Bullock's got to come in with some points. Bertans, I mean, they got to get something out of him. He only averages 6 points a game. But I mean, some of these role players got to come up a little bit and help him out, because if you got Andrew Wiggins scoring 20-something points, that's gonna be hard for the Mavericks to win a game.
Hard, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna root for them. I think they'll pull off one game. I think it's one game at a time. If they can win a couple and try and make it interesting, that would be great. But I think they'll pull off at least one game.
They need to win tomorrow night. They'll win tomorrow night.
Yeah, they definitely got to win tomorrow night. All right, the Heat and the Celtics playing tonight. hearing
Celtics
about
killing them right now, bro.
they're killing them right now? What's the
Yep,
score?
about 18.
About 18.
11-29.
Okay. So yeah, so the Celtics really need this game. They're down 2-1. They win this game at home and then they tie up the series. You think Boston goes on to tie this up?
Boston gonna win tonight. Boston got to win tonight. And they playing at home.
Right.
Yeah, they gotta make it interesting, bro.
I mean, we both think that the Warriors going to win the other. I don't think no one's ever come back from 3-0. And so I think we both kind of think the Warriors are going to win that. I'll be rooting for the Mavericks just because they're from Texas. But in this series, do you think whether the Celtics tie it up or not, you think the Celtics tie it up and then who wins the series?
I think the Heat gonna still edge them out, bro.
Gonna edge them out?
Yeah,
You were on the Celtics bandwagon though early on. I told you the Heat was good.
He got a lot of energy, bro. They got a lot of energy, man. Jimmy Buckets, them man, they got a lot of energy, bro.
Yeah, Jimmy Buckets, man, he's been doing well in the playoffs, man. He like turns it up in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So, yeah. All right, we
He
appreciate
bring a
it.
whole different energy to the table, then. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody on Twitch has been watching us. We appreciate you on Twitch watching us here. Going some comments, share this and all that good stuff. But yeah, so yeah, I think I'm gonna go with the Heat. Gonna win that game. I think they may end up pulling out this game. I don't know, but I think the Heat are gonna end up pulling it out.
In 6, Heat in 6.
Maybe, in 6, Heat in 6.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm gonna go Heat in 7.
All right.
Heat in 7. It's gonna go all the way to game 7. I think Celtics pull this game out. I think the Heat win the next game at home, and then the Celtics win their next game at home, and then Heat closes out at home. So it's gonna go home and home after today, and I think they go to 7 games. It's gonna be a tough series. I think the Celtics, they're gonna push them because they have a pretty good team. They have a really decent team. You know what I'm saying? And I think they're
got
gonna
a pretty
push
good
them.
team.
So I wouldn't be surprised if the Celtics pull it out, but I'm gonna go with the Heat winning this. It'll be the Heat and the Warriors. Who would have thought of that at the beginning of the season?
Man, the final start next Thursday. To be honest, next Thursday.
That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't have thought the Heat and the Warriors this year. I mean, everybody was thinking Suns and the Bucks was going to repeat. People were talking about the 76ers, even the Nets. But no one was talking about the Heat. A few people talked about the Celtics, but even the Celtics made it. You know, nobody was really talking about the Celtics, you know, really.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, people were talking about the 76ers, the Bucks, even the Nets. But no one was talking Miami Heat, and then on the other side, no one was talking about
Golden State wasn't really in the picture, to be honest.
Not really, not at the beginning, because they had a lot of injuries the last couple of years, so they weren't really in the picture. So you didn't know
Everybody was banking on
how
Phoenix
Clay
and
would
Memphis.
come back. Yeah,
I thought
Draymond.
John Morant would have made a good run, but man, they were too young, man. Young guns, man.
Yeah. Well, John was hurt, so Memphis. I think with John coming out, I mean that's the only guy on that team that can really go out there and get a bucket whenever he wants to. He can go out there and get a shot off, even if he misses. So they missed that. I think in the playoffs they really missed that. I think they had a great record without him in the regular season, but in the playoffs it's a different animal. You got to have that guy that can go out there and get his shot anytime he wants it, and that's what John brought to the table for them. And they really missed that in the playoffs. So I feel bad for Memphis. I think they would be in this position. I think they would have gone on to beat.
If Memphis had more
Mavericks.
experience, I think they could have made a run.
Yeah, I think if they kept Ja, they could have made a run. I think right now they could have made a run if they made a Ja. If Ja hadn't got hurt, would they be playing? Who would they have been playing? They would have been playing. Would it be the Mavs or the what do you call it?
Golden State.
Golden State or the Mavs? Who would?
They would have been Golden State.
They'd be playing Golden State.
I think it would have been Golden State.
Oh, okay. So yeah, so if they would have, I think they still would have beat either team. So, but I feel bad for them. That's what we got right now. Let us know who you think is going to win the playoffs. It's going to be. I guess me and Cantina are in agreement with it. I think it's going to be the Heat versus the Warriors.
And that's going 7
Finals.
games. That's going to be 7 games for the rating.
7 games, you think? Who takes that? Who takes that early prediction there?
It's going to be 7 games for the rating, bro.
For who? For
7 games for the rating. Yeah.
But who's going to take it? Who's going to take the? Who's
Who's
going to
win
take Game
it?
7?
Oh, Golden State. Golden State.
Golden State. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give the Heat their first championship, and since the post
Since Dwayne
the
Wade
post
and,
LeBron,
post LeBron.
yeah, I'm gonna say the Heat win it all if they make it to the finals against the Warriors. But I wouldn't be surprised if the Warriors win. I mean, I just think it seems like Steph Curry comes up short in some of these games sometimes in the finals. Every time I've seen finals that he's been come up kind of short, kind of small in the finals. Look back at the finals, man. He always comes up short in a lot of those games. So he'll miss key shots, he'll make a turnover, stuff like that. So
Stuff like that, yeah.
yeah. So anyway, so that's it. That's it for episode 16. Trying to run it through. I think we're both a little wore out, right? Had a long weekend, right? Oh, what happened? Oh, I guess Canteen took off early. Oh, there he is.
I'm back, bro. I'm in my phone, man.
Oh, okay.
What I'm gonna do next week, man? We're gonna work. I'm gonna hop on, make sure all these technical difficulties out of the way, man. I hate messing up like that, man.
Right, yeah. Hey, that's the way it is, man. Sometimes you get those technical difficulties, man. It's been a long weekend.
Hey, bro, we going Sunday, right?
Made it. Let's go. We're trying to go Sunday. We may have to go early. I gotta work, so
Yo,
we'll see.
We'll
talk about it. Yeah, Monday.
Right, we'll work it.
I'll work it out.
So
we'll work it out.
We'll work it
somehow.
out, bro.
Maybe we'll take a week off. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Okay.
All right, maybe.
Whatever you want to do, let me know. All right, bro. All right.
Appreciate you. Hey, take care. We'll see you guys next time on the bottom line.
All right, bro.
All right. Let's go.
We'll be right back.